So I was looking in the medical book. I know you shouldn't.
Well, whether you do or you don't.
But it said in the medical book that giddiness and numbness, it could be the start of a stroke.
Oh.
So they sent the ambulance.
Yeah.
I get all tensed up because I don't know what to do for him. I can't describe it. I just get all tensed up. I just, in case I'm doing the wrong thing. I just don't know what to do. Sometimes I think, oh, perhaps I should have gone into the nursing profession and then I would have known what to do.
All right, love. I'll see you. Happy Mother's Day.
74-year-old David has been brought in with his wife, Margaret. He is suffering from dizziness and numbness to his arms.
Oh, excuse me.
For a couple of days before then, he'd been feeling swimmy. When he said that his hand was numb and he was still feeling giddy and he couldn't lift his arm up properly, then I thought, yeah, it's time to call somebody.
I'm just going to sit you up slightly, all right?
Yep.
And then I'm just going to test the movements of your face. Okay. And I want you to tell me when you feel it touching and if it feels the same on both sides, okay? So if you just close your eyes for me.
We've been married 48 and a half years. And the only times we've been apart is when either of us have been in hospital.
Okay. Have you noticed any difference in his speech at all when you're listening to him?
I haven't really noticed, but I'm hard of hearing. And
Okay.
quite often I've got to ask him 2 or 3 times what he said anyway, so... I went to work in the post office telephones, as it was in those days, on the switchboard. In the south, they were short of telephonists. David's mother worked as a telephonist at Victoria, and I stayed with Dave's sister because she had a spare room. And of course, David sometimes he'd come and pick people up from the station and take them up to his sister's.
You always feel better when you come in hospital, don't you? You always feel better when you come in hospital than you do when you're at home.
Sorry, what did you say?
Can you sit there so I can see you?
That's an idea. We'd gone to Blackpool for a holiday and we were walking along the promenade. And he said, how would you like to be Mrs. Catchpole? So I said, yeah, OK. And he said, we'll get married next month. I said, we can't get married next month. I said, everybody will think I'm pregnant. And we went to Blackpool for our honeymoon. We went to see some shows and there was wrestling and there's always something going on in the tower. I mean, we've had quite a happy marriage, really.
Don't.
I couldn't get out of bed now, we could have sex. He's definitely the right man for me.
This when I was using the fork yesterday as well.
What, Dad?
I couldn't fill the fork properly yesterday.
No.
I forgot to say that.
Does it feel as though it's improving, though?
My fingertips are numb still.
Yeah.
They're dead, you know.
In Majors, David is being monitored after suffering a suspected stroke. His wife Margaret called an ambulance after he complained of numbness in his arms.
Hello, love.
Hello, Elsie. We're just talking about your Jack.
Oh, you're cold, love.
Freezing out, babe. One of the doctors just put...
Their friend Elsie has come to visit David after hearing of his admission to A&E.
Do you want to sit down, Elsie?
Oh, you sit. I'll get another chair.
Go on, Elsie.
Elsie.
There's another chair up there. Sit down. How do you feel?
Don't feel too bad now. It's just my fingertips are...
Still numb, are they?
Yeah.
I don't know why you're here, though.
Well, what happened, Elsie, is on Saturday, his arm was numb on all his fingers.
Yeah.
So I was looking in the medical book. I know you shouldn't
Well, whether you do or you don't.
But it said in the medical book that giddiness and numbness, it could be the start of a stroke.
Oh.
So they sent the ambulance.
Yeah.
I get all tensed up because I don't know what to do for him. I can't describe it. I just get all tensed up. I just, in case I'm doing the wrong thing, I just don't know what to do. Sometimes I think, oh, perhaps I should have gone into the nursing profession and then I would have known what to do.
All right, love. I'll see you. Happy Mother's Day.
David and Margaret had been married for 10 years before having a child.
When you think it's not going to happen, you kind of put it to the back of your mind. Best not to worry about it, I think. We'd kind of more or less given up hope, and there was 2 elderly ladies on the ground floor, Anne and Julie. And when we called in on her, she said, would you like a turkey sandwich with sage and onion? I said, oh, yes, please. Well, a couple of days later, I started feeling terribly sick, and I thought it was the sandwich, but it wasn't. I was pregnant. So it was a real surprise. It was lovely, and he was a really happy baby. He really was. Every morning when he woke up, he used to have a big smile on his face.
Do you prefer being a mother or a grandmother?
Well, a grandmother, you can give them back when you're tired. but I enjoyed both. Yeah, I loved having him, yeah. I don't like troubling them unnecessary, do you? But it's better that you were checked out.
I'll be glad to have a cup of tea.
You've had 2. I've had none.
Yeah. How long have I been on those tablets, Margaret, for my waterworks?
Sorry?
How long have I been on those tablets for my waterworks?
I don't know. Time just goes so quick. Yeah, I suppose I am a worrier. In one sense, yeah. You think, oh, everything's all right until the next thing happens. He's my friend, and, as well as my husband and best pal. Everything, really.
Stop breathing for a second.
He sits on one side of the room and I sit the other, and I go, love you.
Pa, pa, pa.
Da, da, da.
Da, da, da.
If you mouth colourful, it looks like you're saying, I love you. And sometimes I go, love you. And he'll say, yeah, you're colourful too.
I've had something called a TIA, or a mini stroke.
Oh, yeah.
Which is where temporarily there might be a little block in the vessel supplying a particular area of the brain.
Doctors have confirmed that David has suffered a minor stroke. He'll be referred to the stroke team and discharged to recover at home.
I would hate to be without him, I really would. Yeah. I don't know if I could go on without him, actually. I really don't.
Thank you very much for all the trouble.
Bye.
Bye-bye for now.
Now it's a stroke, but it's not one really, it's just a small one.
I'll have to look after you better, dear. Perhaps I've not been looking
Doing it
after
for
you
48
properly.
years, love.
Sorry?
You've been looking after me for 48 years.
When you're younger, you think, it's not going to happen to me. It's all these things that creep up on you. You think you're not going to get, but you end up getting them, whether you like it or not.
It's just one of those things that happens. And it's gonna come, you've got to just live with it, sort of thing. Got to go as one day at a time.
I don't want to be without him. I want to go first if there's anybody going. Or go together. I used to have a crush on this boy when I was younger. And I always tell him he doesn't kiss as good as he did.